I'm Dr. Garry Gordon. I have practiced medicine for 50 years, and I want you to know that when I was lucky enough to find how to put together essential daily defense, I set the stage for a revolution in medicine. How come? Well, what happened is Dr. Lester Morrison, who wrote 3 textbooks about how to prevent heart disease, had spent almost $10 million back in the 60s when 10 million was real money. And he was able to show that he was able to find in the ocean a compound that he got from algae that would specifically look to the body just like heparin. But when he put it together, it was pretty exciting, because when he mixed all the other things that are in here, the niacin and the other ingredients, he was able to show on a study done in England and one in America an average 91% reduction in heart attacks. So that's pretty exciting. But in order to take it, you had to take a big glassful of something that looked a little bit like swallowing dirt. It wasn't too easy to do, and it wasn't that palatable, but people who were worried about heart disease were willing to do it, and we got our study done. But when I met Dr. Morrison some 25 plus years ago, I had read the world's research on heparin-like substances and had found that the molecule I've studied more than anybody in the world. There are 7,000 papers on EDTA, that's ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, the oral chelator, and I was able to show Dr. Morrison that if we combined my work with his, instead of taking this big glass of non-easy to swallow material, we had it in a few pills. Taking as few as 3 pills twice a day was able to dramatically change the likelihood of your dying of a blood clot. So I don't have my patients on Coumadin or Plavix, and I don't waste their time with the false promise of aspirin, because over 30% of people get no benefit from aspirin, and the others only get a very small benefit. But what I wanted to tell you is that if you go to my website and read about Essential Daily Defense, it also is taking the lead out. And if you get the lead out of you, you'll have more energy, and you will live longer, and you will help overcome any disease that you have a tendency toward, since lead makes everything worse. So here is a part of my answer to no more heart attacks. It's been well described in my new book, To Detox with Oral Chelation. Look at the first chapter at my website, gordonresearch.com. Read the first chapter. If you like what you read, get the book. There's a lot to know, because there's a lot of misinformation in this world. Everybody today is being brainwashed that statins are the answer. They are not. I will hold my program where I took Essential Daily Defense and I added 1 omega-3, 1 primrose, a very powerful multiple we call Beyond Any Multiple, BAM, and I put these into this simple packet. And I give you 1 phosphatidylserine with ginkgo, so you'll have a sharp memory when you're 80. And this has been able to eliminate all fatal heart attacks, to my knowledge, in over 20 years, and I haven't even heard of a fatal stroke. So there's some powerful information here, but it was most powerful when it was with the primrose oil and the omega-3 and the phosphatidylserine ginkgo, and a very powerful multiple that has cesium and rubidium and lipoic acid. So this is a very powerful message. If you love the program you're on and you do not want to change, please add my concept of detoxing with oral chelation, and you will be getting the lead out of children. I have parents that actually open 1 capsule and give this to babies weighing 20 pounds. They just open the content and put it in anything from applesauce, because they all know today that when we're born, we are loaded with the heavy metals that were in our mother's body, and we need to start dealing with detoxification for life. That's why I call it Essential Daily Defense. Thank you.